Woof woof! Hello everybody, Shuffle Woof here, with a new album review. Today we will be discussing the new CyberKat S4V album, When Silence Learns to Speak. CyberKat S4V is a hardcore and breakcore artist who has been releasing since 2024, including their popular single, Inside Out, among many others. They tend to favor intense and eerie, breakcore and dance beats, like we see all over their debut album. A violent vision of reality is the only way out. The beats all over this bump, CyberKat puts in a good mix of fun and fear. When Silence Learns to Speak feels like a natural progression from their debut album, but this time with an even more industrial and hair-raising sound. The cover for this project definitely matches the music. It spoke to me, makes for a great tone setter in this way, with how dark and creepy it is while still having a bumping beat. CyberKat even incorporates an echoed vocal line beyond this song's evil laughter, the lead singer delivering with a childish sort of inflection. Very high energy. Things amp up even more with the following: 6 million ways to die. This beat absolutely bangs. I love how intense the hardcore production is. It feels like the audio equivalent of panicking. There are samples everywhere and eerie hyper synths hanging in the background. Crazy stuff. Operation Awake starts with some industrial whirring and a big bass. CyberKat overlaying vocal samples from Billie Eilish's Oxytocin. We even get a SpongeBob sample midway through that kicks off a beat switch. Definitely ear candy if you like machine-like production. Headshot tones things down somewhat, it being more pad-focused and airy with a light breakbeat. Beyond its Yoshi samples, I do not have as much to say about this one, but I appreciate that it is a calmer moment in the midst of all the intensity, and it does achieve its own sort of scary sound that matches the ongoing mood of this project. Revoke the Sin takes us back to a more fearful sound, this one having a much busier, clangy beat. I like the modulated vocal line, and how loud the drops sound. A highlight. External Life, Eternal Death gives us more dark hardcore beats and playful vocal lines, and while I do enjoy elements like the synth arpeggiators and the atmospheric outro, I also do feel it is quite similar to a lot of the material we have already heard. From this point, though, we get a great 3-track run starting with Noli, Audire, featuring Lava Cloud 7. I love the wild acid synths and the crazy screams CyberKat throws in here. They really give this one gas. There is a slower breakdown in the middle, which adds some extra dynamic. Nice! Prophecy, Heavenly Devil, starts with a much smoother, dark bass beat, incorporating some fun orchestra stab samples as it gets more intense. There is a great transition into the second half, and the childlike vocals match the tone very well. Killer! White Noise ramps things up even further, giving us an interestingly stuttered bit at the start and proceeding to do some crazy beat switches. This whole thing is downright intense, with some very fun arpeggiators in the second half. Everything here feels terrifying, and after a gradual tempo increase, we end on an eerie note with a drone-like outro. Wild! Is the game ever truly over? Is certainly the shortest of all the bangers here, but it still packs a punch, with some mean kicks and demanding synth leads. There are screams everywhere, too, quite harrowing. Neon Possession feels like an interlude as it is primarily just some droning pads and eerie laughter, but it leads in very well to the final track, Neon Exorcist. I love this track's constant, warning, vocal sample. It adds a big fear factor to the breakbeats. The industrial vibe here is good and its quality stays consistent throughout. I like the tempo play near the end. Overall, I love how harrowing this album is while still being full of danceable bangers. The breakcore and hardcore influence is certainly present, and CyberKat S4V is quite good at giving the genre a unique spin with their touches of industrial and horror. I only hope to see more creativity like this from them going forward, whether they build on these ideas again or they go for something completely different. Very cool, CyberKat S4V. Woof woof.